Ooh, let me take you to the mountains. Ooh, let me take you to the sea. Breakfast with Bob. Breakfast with Bob. Breakfast with Bob.
Hacho Man, bringing it. My name is Bob Babbitt. This is our second day of Breakfast with Bob. We are brought to you by EAS Sports Nutrition, by Hoka, One, Polar, Oscar Wellness, Velo Fix. Our championship edition will be at Four Seasons Hualalai, and we are broadcasting on triathlonworld.com. Our next guest, only one of our favorite people in the entire world. Fourth place here last year, but more importantly, her bike bitch is in the audience. Michelle Vesterby, how are you?
I'm good, Bob. Thank you for having me.
Always love
Always.
having you on.
I love hanging out with you.
You
we
are
can
the
sit
best.
here the whole day.
The whole day.
Yeah.
We don't need
Just
bike
kidding.
bitch. Get rid of that guy.
Yeah, why did you mention him?
Yeah,
I thought
don't
that
know.
we could be a little bit quiet
he's
about
nothing.
that.
Nah,
No, he's out of here.
He's gone. So last year, I think, was a breakthrough race for you, even though you've been 12th, 8th, 4th, 14th, and 4th.
Yeah.
4th last year was a huge breakthrough, right?
Yeah.
Top 5, you look so strong running. And to me, that was a big improvement. What happened? How your running got really, really good?
I just think that, you know what, I just got another year on my back running, you know. I will not call myself new in the game anymore.
No,
this is
you
my
aren't.
5th time here in Kona,
Yes.
right? So I'm one of the old girls now, but still I started quite late running, so I just think every year I just get stronger and stronger. I can still feel that I'm improving my running, so it's not like it's suddenly improved, it just improved gradually over the years, yeah.
I think the first time I saw it was last year at Challenge Denmark.
Yeah. you
That's
mentioned-
where you dominated the race and just looked you look like a runner, right? There's
Yeah,
a
you
big
told me
difference
that, yeah.
between being a triathlete running and looking like a runner.
Yeah.
And so could you start to feel that? Like, oh my God, I feel like I'm really running here.
Yeah, suddenly the run got fun as well. You know,
Yes.
I always like, I hate this shit. Sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
But you know, now it's starting to feel good also training the run.
Yes.
And it got fun to train the run. You know, I've always been struggling, do I have to run today, you know?
Yes.
And now I actually enjoy it. And I think that's really important for me, especially because I'm a moody athlete. If I feel good, I also train good, and if I
Right.
feel good, I also race good. So, you know,
It all works together.
it all works together, yeah. And now I love running, and you can see that reflects in my races too.
Yeah, it definitely reflects in your
Yeah.
races. And how important now you're coached by Luc van Leerde, who's one of the best runners ever in our sport. 2:41 his first time out here. How much has he helped you with your running?
So of course he helped me a lot. We started working together in 2014, and
Yes.
he told me at that point that 2016 would be that year where he will get the most out of me. And hey, we are in 2016 now, so
Yes.
I'm really excited. And it's not like we've been concentrating on the run. We've been concentrating just as much on the swim and on the bike to improve my biking skills, so I will get off the bike easier and, you know, with more, you know, advantage in that way as well. So yeah, we've just been working in it consistently, and luckily I've been rid of injuries and
Right.
everything, so I've just been really consistent for a long time now.
What is it about this place? Like I said, you've been here, this is your 5th time in every race. You know, 12th the first time out, then 8th, then 14th, then 4th. So you've been consistent every single year.
Yeah.
What is it about this place that's good for you?
Oh, Bob. Don't get me started.
You love this place,
I just love this place, you know. We get here really early. We've been here for 3 weeks now, and I just love the whole
You're a
atmosphere.
native. You become a native. What the
Totally,
heck?
I'm a local, you know. I do aloha and hang loose to everyone, you know. No, I really like the atmosphere here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just the smell when you get out of the plane. It gives me goosebumps.
Yes.
So yeah, I just think it's so unique and so special in so many ways, and I just said this morning, hey, it's a little bit too chilly, let's turn on the heat. I really like it
feels
here.
chilly to you.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
We've had a little overcast
and I
this
really
week.
can't say that because I'm coming from rainy Denmark, right?
Yes,
but
yeah, yeah.
still, yeah, it feels a little bit chilly to me this year.
So you look at the women's field here.
Yeah.
Between Daniela Reef and Marinda Carfrey and Heather
girls.
Wertel and Leanne the Cave and
Yeah.
yourself, the field is very, very deep.
Yeah.
Is this a race that you can win?
Of course, it's a race I can win because
I love that. I love that.
there's races out there I could not win, but this race, I always have that extra gear when we come to Hawaii.
Yes.
I know that I will not sit here and say that, hey, I'm going out and become the champion. That's my dream for sure.
Yeah.
There's so many good girls, as you just mentioned, right? But this particular race, it's so special in so many ways, and everyone can train to a certain level. But I believe that here it's the mental power that gives you that extra on race day. You really have to be cool and relaxed and stay in it. So
what would it mean in Denmark if you were to win this race?
Oh, it would be so awesome. The best result we had right now for Danish is third place for Torbjørn Sindballe.
Yes.
So, that would definitely mean a lot, just reaching the podium. My fourth place last year, I celebrated like it was the biggest day of my life, and it was. And I will celebrate in the same way this year if I come fourth and I feel like I've been doing the very best that I could, because that's what's important.
Right.
I'm here, I'm not sick, I'm not injured, I feel good. So if I can just look at myself and say I did the best that I could on race day, then I will be really happy too.
Does it mean more to you, the fact that you got fourth at the World Championship against the best women in the world, than if you had, won a different race where the field isn't as deep?
Yeah, for sure. Because my whole life for the last 5 years has been surrounding about Hawaii.
Right.
I have to admit that, because it gave me something. This is here you compete against the best. This is here you want to be your best. This is here you want to bring your A game. So
right.
That's also why it's so difficult for myself to put myself up to any other race, because I know, hey, Michelle, it's not so important. It's in October. You have
it's not Hawaii.
No, it's not Hawaii. But that also means that if you come out there and something goes wrong on Saturday, then that's hard to put yourself up again, because
Sure.
you go the whole year and just waiting for this particular race. And as you said, just in Denmark, we are 67 Danish athletes here.
Do you really?
We are really. I think we are probably one of the biggest nations here, and we are such a small country. So for the whole Danish population will sit and follow me on Saturday, because we're so many. Everyone knows one who's going to Kona.
So coming with that is pressure, right? All of a sudden,
I love the
whole.
play.
So you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Because to a certain degree, you're an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
And you like the fact that this race has the brightest lights and the most attention.
Yeah, I like that for sure. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, yeah. What to say? No, it is awesome. It's awesome that triathlon has grown so much over the years.
Yes.
And especially in a country like Denmark, that I can really feel that the attention are increasing a lot.
Right.
And that's just amazing. We just had the Olympic, which is the biggest sports event in the world.
Yep.
And then we still have Hawaii, coming here, and yeah.
When I look at your last year where you took fourth, the one thing I see is the 3:17.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's indicative of what type of runner you are.
No.
I think you are at least 10 minutes faster than that.
Yeah.
You think that too?
I think that too, yeah. I think that I can run a faster marathon than I did last year.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. But I was also just so happy on the run last year. I was cheering for everyone. I was like, hey, I'm in fourth place. I don't need anything more. Not saying that I could have moved a spot up,
Yes.
but just saying that, hey, I didn't dig that deep. I want to try to dig that deep this year. I've been in top 10 now.
Yes.
So that's not enough for me anymore. I rather want to be 20 and then said that, hey,
you went for it. I was leading the race or whatever.
Yeah, I left everything out there. So I think a clever man once said, rather die in front than not trying,
Yes.
So, or maybe not that clever, I don't know.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
I like
when you
it.
first got into the sport, it was you tried the ITU stuff, right?
Yeah.
But that just was not. You
No.
didn't like that because
No.
it's you
I sucked.
You didn't suck because you're a good swimmer, but you're just that not being able to use your bike as a weapon
Yeah.
must have been really hard for you.
I just think for me, I'm like this diesel. I had to get started first.
Yes.
And ITU racing, I had so much to focus on what the other girls was doing, and that stresses me out.
Yes.
I like this relaxed comfort zone.
Yes.
Like it is in Ironman, you go out there, you chill on the bike, you get your energy, you eat your bars, and just do your own race. And
A
I
diesel.
like that. A diesel.
A diesel.
2 hours, I'm not started yet, and then the rest are finished.
Yeah. So and those races are so intense, right?
Super intense. I'm so impressed with the girls that can race that
Right.
race, because that's just another type of athlete,
Right.
and I'm not that type of athlete. I try to explain to people. I got a lot of comments like, why are you not at the Olympic? I'm like, I'm not good enough on the short distance.
Right.
It's like taking a 100-meter sprinter and a marathon runner, two
Different world.
Different world.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But then when you won Ironman Lanzarote in 2012, that was sort of a turning point, right? That was your first.
That was my first. Yeah, that was my first year going long distance, and also my first time here in Kona. So I think it was my second Ironman in Lanzarote.
Yes.
So it was a turning point because I was like, oh, do I really want to do this triathlon? Is it really me?
Were you starting to question it?
I was starting questioning it a little bit because the ITU, I got a top 10, I think, in an ITU European Cup,
right?
And did 15 in a World Cup, something like that, but never got this under my skin.
Right.
So when I did my first Ironman, I was like in Arizona actually, and I was like, hey, this is pretty fun.
Did you notice a big difference because you had done some 70.3s? You were 8th at 70.3 Worlds in 2011. Did you feel that was more your distance, or did you always have a sense that even longer than 70.3?
I actually didn't know what was my distance because before I did an Ironman, I really haven't done any 70.3 races either. So it was just like we were in Las Vegas, the swim got canceled at the ITU World, and my coach at that time, he said, why don't you just take the car, drive to Arizona and do the Ironman there? And I was like, hey, I never biked more than 120K, and I haven't run more than a half marathon. Do you really think that I can do that? He was like, just try. So we took the car, highway, what is it called, 66,
yes.
all the way.
From where to where?
From Las Vegas.
Oh, so you drove from Las Vegas, Arizona, and just did the Ironman?
Yeah, and then I did the Ironman, and I did 9/11, and finished 5th. So I was like, hey, this is pretty fun. Let's do some more of this, and I just turned.
So that just was sort of a random. All of a sudden, like, well, this isn't gonna. Their swim's canceled. Let's go there.
Yeah, and I actually stood. I remember it really clearly. I was standing in the shower afterward with Leander Cave, who's been doing, I think, 20 or 25 Ironman at the time. And I was just like, wow, I'm impressed by these girls. This is awesome. I want to be one of them. Did
you find that the camaraderie among the women for this style of racing is different than the ITU racing?
So I didn't do much ITU, and I wasn't at the top level. They had some really good parties at the ITU, after each race.
You like parties,
yeah. We only have the one after Kona, which I've really been looking forward to as well. Mirinda, she's going down at the party, of course. At the party.
You're going to outdance her?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
We have a battle going on.
Do you have a dancing battle?
Yeah, exactly. So what was the question? No,
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. Something about the girls. So I definitely have a really good relationship with a lot of the girls here in the long distance, and I think it's really cool, that you can hang out, get a cup of coffee, that it's relaxed, it's calm, and
Because at the end of the day, it's you against the course on race day.
Yeah, it is.
The other girls don't really affect your race.
No, exactly, and that's what I say. There's many girls on this paper that's much stronger than me. And that's why you will be afraid if you look at the start list for Saturday.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It's just like, she can do the good. She can get.
She won it in 2012. She's won it twice.
Exactly,
she's been second. She's been third. Yeah, everybody's there.
But you just know that if I put my A game and I do my very best, then we will see where it leads me. And I can't be more happy about that. I really want to get to the top 3 so I can get picked up by a limo the day after and go to Bob Babbitt at the Four Seasons. That would be my motivation out there. Breakfast with Bob, picking by a limo, Actually, you should send 2 limos for me because I have a big family.
You got a big group, don't you? Yeah. No, we'll call him Trunk Bitch because we'll put him in the trunk.
Yeah, he can be in the back. He can bike.
He can that. What I love about you is the fact that all of this, everything you've had really came from a chance meeting at Club La Santa with a boy who you wanted to meet on the dance floor, and he said he's a triathlete, so you said, well, so am I.
Yeah.
But you weren't.
Nope.
You were just trying to pick him up.
Yeah.
So, but when you went back to Denmark, he lived close by, and when he came over, you sort of had to show him that you had a bicycle that you weren't. So you just borrowed somebody's bicycle.
Yes, Bob.
You just borrowed a bike?
Yeah.
And so none of this had to do with, I want to be a professional triathlete. You were just trying to score a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did.
Yeah.
And then first time you did a triathlon, you beat him.
Yeah. I actually don't know if that's totally true, but let's just say that.
We'll say that's
true. It sounds
true.
better, yeah.
It sounds
I
really
beat
good.
him in my first triathlon. He dropped out because poor Klaus.
Because he realized that he needed to support the better athlete
exactly.
from now on.
Yeah.
And look where that has led.
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Love what you do, all right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Michelle, you are the best. Always so much fun to talk to you.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful, I know you will. You just love racing out there, don't you?
Yeah, I love it. put it all out there. Put my heart, put my energy, whatever.
Hot,
everything.
windy, bring it on.
Bring it on, Hawaii. And all the gods. We are friends. Yeah, you know. Aloha.
Aloha. Michelle Vesterby has been our guest. Poncho Man, take us out.
Let me take you to the mountains. Let me take you to the sea. Breakfast with Bob, breakfast with Michelle, and me.
And you.